If you procrastinate, I'm a therapist, and here are my top 3 super simple tips that are really going to help. The first is, if you're putting something off, just identify the first step. Often we're putting things off because we see them as such a huge task. Just by identifying the very first step and just focusing on getting that done can make it seem so much easier to complete, and therefore we don't put it off as much. So I'm literally just talking, if you have an essay, literally just sitting down and seeing what the question is and what you've got to write about. The very first step, just decide when you're going to do that. So the second is to literally book that first step into your diary for a time to suit you. So if you have an appointment or you've got to go to an event, you don't miss it because you know it's in the diary and it's booked in. So whatever you personally use, whether that's your iPhone calendar or a physical diary, use that right when you will do that first step and book it in like an appointment. Otherwise, we often keep delaying and delaying. So set that time out and do not book anything else in once you've booked it in. And lastly, at the end of each day, reflect on what you've achieved that day, because we often tend to focus on what we've still got to do, which is really demotivating and makes us not want to do anything. By ending the day reflecting and writing down what we actually have done, we feel a real sense of achievement, you get a dopamine release in the brain, and that really motivates you to want to keep achieving, ready for the next day. And you can, of course, at that time decide on what tasks you will complete the next day, but the key thing is, do not pick more than 3 tasks, because we don't want to overwhelm ourselves and then put us off. So maximum 3 tasks that you're going to do the next day. Then at the end of that day, once again, you reflect on what you've achieved.